Hello students, I am Siddharth Thapa. Today we will be concluding the chapter materials cost. So we will be learning today weighted average method. So what is weighted average method? Under this method, the total value of materials in stock at the time of issue is divided by the total quantity of materials in stock to obtain the weighted average rate. It means, like in the previous method, in simple average method, we had considered only the rates of materials, not the quantity of materials. But under this method, we will be considering the quantity as well as the rates of the materials. So, in simple average method, only the rates were taken into consideration, while in weighted average method, the rates as well as the corresponding quantities are also considered. So this method has certain advantages, like this method smoothens the effect of price fluctuations on issue rates. That means the rate of issue will not fluctuate as that in case of simple average method. Again, when new purchases are made, the rates are changed. Otherwise, when new purchases are not made, the rate do not change. Thirdly, the profit on materials arises only if approximation of rates is made. Meaning, in case of simple average method, there was a possibility that there may be profit or loss arising out of materials. But in this case, there may arise profit or loss, but only if we take the approximate rate of issues. And fourthly, this method suits where both prices and quantity order fluctuates. In this method, where there is fluctuation in prices as well as the quantities of materials, this method is suitable. But it has got also some disadvantages, like in case of frequent purchases, there will be also a frequent calculations of rate of issues. And another disadvantage is that under this method, the price at which the materials are being issued will not represent the cost price. So these were the advantages and disadvantages of this method. So I will give you a small example of how to calculate the rate of issue under weighted average method. For example, in a certain point of time, let's say let's take for example, for a certain material, there are 100 kgs of rupees 5 each and 200 kgs of rupees 6 each. So let's say under simple average method, rate of issue will be rupees 5 plus 6, since there are two lots, divide by 2. 11 divided by 2 equals to 5.50. But under weighted average method, rate of issue will be, there is a lot of rupees 5 each represented by 100 kg plus 200 kg of rupees 6 each. In total, there are 300 kgs. So divide by 300 equals 500 plus 1200 divided by 300 equals 1700 divided by 300. equals rupees 5.67 times. So this is the basic difference between simple average and weighted average regarding the rate of issue. In we only take the rate, we don't consider the quantities, but in case of weighted average method, we consider the rate as well as the quantity. So we will be solving this problem under weighted average price. Let's take a look at the question. Opening balance on September 1st of 24,000 kg at the rate of 7,500 per ton. Purchase 44,000 kg is 7,600 per ton, and on 1st there is an issue of 1,000 kg, on 5th there is also issue of 16,000 kg, on 12th there is an issue of 4,000 kg, on 13th there is a purchase of 10,000 kg at the rate of rupees 7,800 per ton, on 18th there is an issue of 24,000 kg, on 22nd 50,000 kg has been purchased at 8,000 rupees per ton, and on 28th 30,000 kg has been issued. Again on 30th there has been an issue of 22,000 kg. So please take a look at the question. So we have the pro forma for the problem. It is the same as in simple average. We have got date column, receipts column, rate, quantity, total, issues column, rate, quantity and total, and for balance we have to maintain only quantity and total. So first write the year 2016, month is September, and on 1st there is an opening balance of 24,000 kg. 24,000 1 ton equals 1,000 kg. So the rate would be 7,500 divided by 1,000, that is rupees 7.50 per kg. So you have to divide the rate 7,500 per ton divided by 1,000, that is 7.50 per kg. Since the quantity is given in kg, you have to write the rate as 7.50 per kg. So the total would be 7.5 into 24,000 equals 1,80,000. On 1st again there has been a purchase of 44,000 kg. Rate is given 7,600 per ton or 7,600 per ton. It amounts to 7.60 per kg. That means the total amount is 3,34,400. So the balance on 1st at the end of 1st, September 1st would be 24,000 plus 44,000 amounts to 68,000 kg, and total amount 1,80,000 plus 3,34,400 equals 5,14,400. Now on 1st September there has been an issue of 10,000 kg. So let's calculate the rate of issue on this date. Rate of issue on 1st September 2016. So first let's see, there are two batches. One is 24,000 kg of rupees 7.50 and 44,000 kg of rupees 7.60. In total, there are 44,000 plus 24,000, 68,000 units. So, the rate of issue will be 1,80,000 plus 3,34,400 divided by 68,000 equals 5,14,400 divided by 68,000. It amounts to rupees 7.56 per kg. So, take a careful look on this calculation. We have calculated the rate like this. But again, for your convenience, you can calculate this amount by simply dividing this amount, which here also it totals to the same amount, it corresponds to the same amount, divide by the amount of the quantity of materials. It also corresponds to this amount. Or we can simply calculate the rate of issue by dividing this amount by total quantity. You will get the same result. So, you may see that the rate which can be applied here is 7.56 per kg. Which amounts to 75,600. So, the balance required is 68,000 minus 10,000, 58,000, 10,000 units have been issued. 5,14,400 minus 75,600 amounts to 4,38,800. Again on 5th, there has been an issue of 16,000 kg. 16,000 kg on 5/9/16. Rate of issue will be 4,38,800 divided by total amount quantity 58,000. Amounts to 7.56. Since you have noticed here that after the issue on 1st, there has been no further purchases. So, in this case, there will be no change of rate. Like you see in 1st September, the rate of issue has been 7.56, and again on 5th, the same rate has been applied. Amounts 1,20,960. So, the balance you would write down is 58,000 minus 16,000, 42,000 kg. Amounts 4,38,800 minus 1,20,960. 3,17,840. So, we go to the next date on 12th. Please take a look at your question. On 12th, there is again another issue of 24,000 kg. Rate of issue, you would calculate on 12th, 9/16, total amount 3,17,840 divided by 42,000. again the rate will be 7.56. Since no other purchase has been made, the rate of issue will be same. This rate will change only when further purchases has been made. $1,81,440. The balance will be 18,000 kg, amounting to $1,36,400. On 13th, further materials has been purchased of 10,000 kg. Rate is 7,800 per ton, corresponds to 7.80 per kg. 7.80 into 10,000, 78,000. The balance will be 18,000 plus 10,000, 28,000, amounting 78,000 plus 1,36,400, 2,14,400. So this was the balance on 13th. So the next date on 18th, there has been an issue of 24,000 kg. On 18th, there has been an issue of 24,000 kg. Let's calculate the rate on 18,916. 2,14,400 total amount, divide by total quantity 28,000, equals 7.66. So you have noticed that there has been a purchase of 10,000 units, 10,000 kg of 7.80. That's why the rate has been changed. Amounts 1,83,840. The balance will be 28,000 minus 24,000. 4,000 units left, 4,000 kg left. Amounts to 30,560. So this was on 18th. On 22nd, there has been further purchase of 50,000 kg. So 50,000, the rate is rupees 8,000 per ton, which corresponds to 8 rupees per kg. Total amounts to 4 lakhs, and the balance 4,000 plus 50,000, 54,000, and amounts to 4,30,560. On 28th, you have an issue of 30,000 units. On 28th, there is an issue of 30,000 units. So let's check the rate on 28th, 9/16. The rate of issue will be 4,30,560 divided by 54,000. Equals 7.97. So the rate applied will be 7.97 into 30,000, totaling 2,39,100. So the balance will be 54,000 minus 30,000, 24,000 kg, amounting to 4,30,560, 1,91,460. So the last transaction is on 30th. On 30th, there has been an issue of 22,000 kg. So the rate of issue since no further purchase has been made, the rate of issue should be same as on 28th. Let's see, 1,91,460 divide by 24,000. Equals 7.97. So the rate applied will be 7.97. Amounts to 1,75,340. So the balance on the end of this month is 24,000 minus 22, 2,000 kg, amounting to 16,120. So this was your last transaction on 30th, and the balance on the end of the month is 16,120. Just below the ledger, you show the balance at the end of the month. Closing stock as on 30th September 2016. 2,000 kg, totaling rupees 16,120. So this was your weighted average method. I hope you understood the problem, you have understood the solution. So with this, we have concluded this first chapter. So if you have to practice this a lot. You can get textbook, or you can collect questions from the internet also, and try to solve any problems as you can. So next class I will be starting chapter methods of wage payment. Till then, thank you and stay safe.